Welcome to the ML Dropout. In this video, we're going to cover some Jupyter tips and tricks that I use every day in my job as a data scientist. So there's, in general, 8 quick keys that we're just going to go through. So let's just go through them. First one is going to be clicking on a cell. So let's just say we have like print 1 in this cell, right? We're inside the cell. It's active. We see it's green. I'm going to click escape and I'm going to click A. By doing so, I create a cell above the cell that I was in. Again, if you hit escape, you get out of it. If I hit B, I create one below. If I want to create a bunch of cells, I can go BBB. I can come up here, escape, AAA. And you don't really see the ones going above, but maybe if I do it here, you'll see it. We just created a bunch of cells. What if I don't want them anymore? Escape, XXX. We can delete all these cells pretty easily. So there we go. We just covered the first 3. How do I create cells above, below, delete? Let's create a new cell here. So again, escape B. Now we're going to go, how do I create a markdown cell? Well, first you need to create a new cell. You do escape M, and now it's in markdown mode. Now what does that mean? I can come in here and I can do like pound header, pound header 2, pound header 3. Maybe I can come in here and do like br slash. That gives me a break line. It's kind of thin. Maybe I want to do like a HTML italics text. Right, so now I have text like that. So in Markdown, there's a lot of cool things you can do, formulas, whatever. I'll cover that in another video. But if we want to make this Markdown again, escape M, this is now Markdown. And it's easy to tell because of the blue. Next, we're going to get into a raw text cell. So escape B, we're going to create a few new ones. Escape R, this is now raw text. If I do pound, we don't see it highlight, change color, grow in size, anything like that. This is raw text. If you want notes, and you don't want to have to worry about running it and doing anything ever, it's always just going to stay in that format. Sometimes I use raw text when I'm copy pasting things and I'm doing formatting. It can be useful. It's not the most essential thing for most people, but I do occasionally find it useful, so I think it's important to know how you make a raw cell text cell. We'll delete these. Next, we're going to do running a cell. We don't want this below, we want them below. Or I mean above, we want them below. So let's just go print, and we'll do hello world. Okay. If I want to run this cell, I can do shift enter or I can do control enter. So what's the difference? Well, shift enter will drag me down to the cell below. See how it kind of highlighted this one in black? Now I'm here, and if I click B, now I'm going down further and further, right? But if I were to come in here and I could go print, and we'll just do something else. World says hello, and I do control enter, I'm still in this cell. I haven't moved down, right? Now, is there really a big difference between the two? Not really. Personally, I almost always use shift enter. I rarely have a use case for control enter. It's just a preference, but I think it's important you know both because you might have a different preference than I have. The last one is just going to be this 0, 0. So escape, get out of the cell, 0, 0. It's going to ask you, do you want to restart the kernel? Yes, I do. Now, it didn't clear your outputs. Notice that. So what is happening here? Well, let's say A equals cat, okay? And now if I type A here, it's going to print cat. Well, now let's restart the kernel. Yes. Now if I do this, A doesn't exist because the kernel was restarted. It cleared my memory space. Sometimes it's useful to know how to do that. You don't want to have a bad habit of clearing your kernel when you're not supposed to, but it is important to know that there is a quick key to clear your kernel, and sometimes that is useful. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this.